Hey Mike, Cortex again. And today guys, I'm here to do another review, and this review is to RWBY Volume 6 Episode 2 guys. So let's get into it. So guys, in this episode of RWBY, we have finally got given some answers to some of the questions we've been wanting for a while. Now, let's see how it starts out first before I get into those points. It starts off with actually a flashback to before they got onto the train and everything. Finding a bit of more information about the wreck. And also a certain someone surviving. Oh, God. I'm trying to remember her name. I'm trying to remember her name. God damn, it's been a while. You know, the new Water Maiden. You guys know her. She survived. And from the previous battle against Yang's mum, I'm just gonna say, fucking hell, she survived. I mean, and we see we see around her, you see her, now trying to find the RWBY and the gang, trying to find them, take it to get revenge for all that was going on, more than likely. And we see her gradually getting more afraid and aware of spies and stuff going around, which, seeing that, I've got to say, you deserve all that, how much shit you've been doing, girl, all that shit you've been doing, you deserved all this. And just to see her facial reactions and her, how terrified she actually is now from all what's going on, just seeing her facial reaction to that was pretty entertaining for me. Pretty entertaining, because in a way she deserved what she got in the end. But damn, I wish she stayed dead. I wish she stayed dead. That would have been better in a way. But doesn't matter. She survived, so that's something to know about. Now, another thing we do find about is, now let's go back to the point of where we find about secrets. Now, one secret we have discovered is that Ozpin definitely has some form of connection, well, obviously we knew he had the connection, but it's a lot more deep than what's going on, because Salem, the main enemy of this series, she originally was fully human. Yes, princess, it looks like, from the way we see all things. She was a princess. From the situation it's going, I could believe that Salem was Ozpin's lover. That's one thing I can say, I feel like that's what it's going to end up probably saying, because it doesn't outright tell us, but it was quite obvious from the ending and how Ozpin tried to tell RWBY not to know about, tell again, to not learn about this, because we do find out that the relic has the ability to grant wishes 3 times every 100 years. For every 100 years, the relic there, China the Guard, has the capability of asking any question, not wishes, asking any question 3 times every 3 years. And at the start of the episode, Ozpin told us that, because everybody was worried that he's keeping secrets with them, and he still is, unfortunately. But he says he's no longer trying to keep secrets, but obviously he still is. Maybe because of his experience he's been seeing from trusting everyone, especially Lion. We do find out he's how much Ozpin has been, how long he's been around. He has went through a lot of betrayals and stuff as well. So obviously he doesn't fully trust, even though he doesn't have to be too worried having these guys trust. There is a reason he does feel like he should not reveal too much of anything to make sure everybody is safe, and all that it doesn't lead down to any of them to not trusting him anymore and decide to betray him and stuff like that. So that's the reason why he didn't want to reveal much information. But the information we do find out is that he did lie. He did lie to the gang, even though he said he wasn't going to. He did lie. He lied about the item not having used up all 3 wishes for that time span he sealed it away. Because it seems like it has not been 100 years yet since the time he sealed away this relic. And we did find out that it has been used once. It has only been once before. So he wasn't lying about it got used. It has got used, but only for one question, and that's it. That is what he lied about. He lied that all 3 got used, when in fact only 1 of the 3 got used. So because of that, RWBY, by saying Jinn, the deity, pretty much a genie, it's pretty much a genie, comes out, and pretty much after Oliver, I think that's his name, takes control, he tells everybody, say Jinn, because Robin's not keeping too much secrets for you. And that's what and then he's able to say that just in time and tell RWBY to say Jinn. Jinn got summoned, and then just in time before Oz took back control, she asks Jinn the question, tell us, what is Oz been keeping secret from us? And then suddenly that's when we see the image, back in the past, where we see Salem. And I've got to say, whoa, what is the big major connection that Osmond have with Salem? And the only conclusion I can come with, well, there's 2. One, she's a relative, and yes, you're sort of honor-bound to, like, you're somewhat genetically always going to protect your relatives, and or that she is a lover, because even if it ends up being a friend, unless they accept the way you're doing things, once they see something that is bad, you're doing, like you're classified as a major villain, and they don't agree with it, they will betray you. Yeah, true. If they don't agree at all with your things, most people feel like a friend should not betray you no matter what. Well, actually, there's a lot of times a friend should betray you. Like, there is a lot of times a friend should betray you. Especially what I feel like... I know this doesn't have enough connection to RWBY, but I feel like this is something that could be mentioned, is that a friend does need to betray at some point, because this friend has realized that their friend that they're betraying is doing something that is not good. If they betray you for their own selfish reasons, not for a good reason at all, then obviously that's a bad way of betraying. That's not a good way a friend should betray. A time a friend should betray if they truly believe or what their friend is doing is wrong. That is that's the only time they should betray them, because they truly believe that it's sinfully that what their friend is doing is wrong, and they will have to betray them because they know what they're doing is not right, and they have to stop him or her, depending on the other. That's why I feel like that's the only time a friend should betray, because they betrayed them for their own good. They betray their friends for their own good. For their friend's own good. That's the only time a friend, I believe, should betray a friend, because they save them from themselves, pretty much. Save them from themselves. And yeah, that's nothing else I can say, but yeah, but that's the only. Those are really the only 3 reasons. Osmond is but those are the only reasons that I feel. Those are the only connections I can see between Ozpin and Salem, because you can definitely tell it's a freaking deep connection. A friend, a lover, or a relative. Those are the only connections you can see in this situation. The friend is the least likely. The friend part is the least likely, because first up, a guy and dude, from the atmosphere, it definitely seems a lot more closer than just friend. So that's one thing I've got to mention there. And now, that means the only 2 other possibilities is she's a relative, or that she is a lover. And the reason why I feel like the lover feels more powerful is because, it's because of the side of Ozpin possessing people's bodies, other people's bodies when he gets reincarnated. Like, that is the reason why I feel like, because I feel like a relative, you're no longer a relative if you're possessing someone else's body, unless you're particularly targeting people of ancestry of the same bloodline as you. That could be the case, but I don't believe that is the case, because that would be very good detail, very good storyline that Rooster Teeth is doing, because I just feel because I don't think many people would try to do that, like make a certain reincarnation only happening in a certain bloodline. That they could do that, but I don't think Rooster Teeth has ever showed any elements of them doing that with their reincarnations. I don't believe they had showed that, so that's why I feel like that's not the case either. Because a relative will try to make sure they stay in a blood relative sort of situation when they get reincarnated. So that their relative who's already anywhere right now can recognize them and help them out and stuff like that. But I don't believe that is the case for Ozpin. So the only conclusion I can feel like the reason why he's presented reincarnating right now and presenting other people's bodies is more because Salem is a lover. His lover. He is someone he's in love with, and that could be the reason behind why he didn't want anybody else to find out, because of that deep connection he has with Salem. And obviously by finding out this kind of information, there is a lot of things that could happen. They no longer trust Ozpin, they see him as an enemy, or that they will start trusting him, but will have a bit more of a worry going on, because obviously he has a deep connection to her. Do they believe he can succeed at defeating Earth? That's a lot of things that could be going on right now. But really, that's all I can say. The animation looked decent. There was nothing. There was no fighting going on. So that's really all I can say there at that point. And yeah, that's all I can say. And guys, that's my review on RWBY Volume 6, Episode 2, guys. Hope you guys take a look on chat fans. If you guys are FML, go down below. My address there, and yeah. And also, guys, if you want to help me on Patreon, my Patreon's down there as well. And also, if you want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and AnimeNo, these search must do. On Facebook and AnimeNo, just search Colin Travis, the same name as my channel. And also, guys, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Colin Travis 1998. And hey, guys, hope you guys like it. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.